was the password? Yeah. Alright guys, so I made it home from XPEVO and now I am joining here the grand final of the United Solo Championship. Let's directly hop in and check how the current leaderboard looks like. We have Sander in first place, 223 points, then Rinte in second, Üb in third, Hawk in fourth, then Nico. Okay, snow was played. I came home late because of Deutsche Bahn, so I missed the start of this match. This is the grand final. So one map was played, it started with snow. This is now the second map, which is coast. I haven't played the maps at all, because I just didn't have time at XPEVO. But that's because of good news, because I was very long in the RPG tournament, so I had all reason to, whenever I had free time and on a PC, then I checked out the RPG maps, of course. I will play a little bit Coast and Stadium, and then I will cast the rest, I guess. Rinde is losing a lot on Coast. Orc Farm front. I want to add the music. I do that soon. Oh god, I'm 11th? What the fuck? Everyone was so close here. Also Sander ahead of Nico, Hawk catching up with Coast. I got 3rd place in the RPG Cup. I will show later I won a hoodie Oh god, the gear. I won a hoodie. I just give up this round, we spectate. And I got 80 euros. And then a few stickers and so on. And yeah, just the grand final was of course a little bit delayed when it ended. And then as usual, like since 3 years that I drive to XPEVO and back, there was not a single time that I had a punctual ride. Not a single time. It is actually crazy. Oh, how did that end now? Center still second. Water was close. Holy shit. 7 people under 51. Also, this was incredible. Shit, now I have name tags on. So, yeah, as expected, XPEVO had 1 hour delay, then my trains had 1 hour delay, hence I missed both Cup of the Day and the start of this match. I am anyway not trained now for this, so I'm anyway more interested to cast it, but Coast and Stadium I will still play, because it's my favorite environments. But on other environments I would just be behind now. I see people are of course very practiced. It's a very good map for Hawk. He is the best driver on Coast at the moment. He is now up to 2nd place. Oh my god. Let's spectate this round. Yes, there is. I will show you after this cup. After this cup is over. Right, Hawk is in the lead, Roa in 2nd place. We have a bunch of really good players here. It's hard to say who will take the victory this time. We have of course Xander, the GOAT in Trackmania United forever. Hawk, extremely good at certain environments, especially here on Coast. He needs to of course use this opportunity and make these big points, because as you see in the point system, he's winning another one it seems like. Nice. Oh, here big crashes here by Roa and Blackcat, drifting out at the end. Also you see 25, then 3 points to 2nd, 2 points gap to 3rd, and then only 1 point gaps. However, these 1 point gaps are here a bit more important than in the previous matches, because we have quite some good level. You can, even with a good route, you can be outside of the top 10 and still lose a lot of points. Interesting is that we play this cup over 7 environments, so 7 rounds per map, and that over 7 environments. And from environment to environment, the leaderboard is changing a lot, because every driver likes different environments more, can perform differently. And the question is how does it end after we played all 7? There's a lot of back and forth always. It makes it very interesting. But it seems like Xander had a very good snow map, and Rinte had a very good snow map. Now Rinte of course is a player coming from Trackmania 2020, now driving here in Trackmania United, which is really nice to see. And you see he was performing on snow, which he knows from Team 2020, but here is Coast, and Rinte is on Coast now not doing as good. I cannot find him here. Where is he? I don't see him. No. But he dropped in the leaderboard quite a lot. Which is not a big surprise, because he doesn't have as much experience now. At least recently. The music I forgot. Especially Coast has the best music. Some songs at least, not necessarily this one. Yeah, as I will not really fully play this Grand Final. It makes no sense. I joined late. I will be in last place anyway in the ending. So let's check out the scoreboard again. Sander in the lead still. Hawk, however, coming closer, and he seems to win another round here. Sander, however, is on a good position, so he does damage control. We have then Roa currently in third place, but he is very close with Neko and with Rinte. And then we have Exetic. Exetic is a player that shoots up on Stadium towards the top. Then we have also close Hyp. Blackhead is a bit behind, but he will come with Rally. So we got Hawk winning in front of Roa. Rinte actually doing good in this round. Neko as well, Sander as well. So the top 5 are all in the top 5 of this round. Another great time by Hawk. Yeah, and I would say after Blackhead to the other players, they probably won't matter too much for the win at least. Also, Red Shadow is interesting to see. He definitely trained a lot. I'm not sure if he has a preferred environment where he is expected to score extremely well. But I think the top 8 still have all chances. However, Blackhead would need to catch up quite a lot. Because Rally alone will not make the job for him. Okay, now we go to Stadium. And here I will try a bit. Stadium I will drive until I crash. Then I give up. And spectate the rest. We have 2 warm-ups first. And after the 2 warm-ups, it's live. So if I survive, then I finish the round. If I make an early mistake, then I just spectate and do already a bit of casting. The next maps I will then definitely fully cast to see how this United Solo Championship Grand Final is ending. There's of course only one. Okay, we have of course also the United Masters here and there. Those are also solo and have even some prize money. Sander hasn't really played the United Solo Championship often, like he was missing it quite often, which is a bit sad, but it's nice to see that he is playing it this time around. Now on Stadium, we have Roa and Exetic that I expect to do well. Roa is in third place currently, could catch up to Hawk definitely. And then we have Exetic on 6th place. He will definitely overtake some. Sander, however, no, he won quite a lot of prize money in 2006 in the Stadium tournament against the Stadium Pros. But I think now it's just one environment of many for him. Like not necessarily his strongest, but he will be up there as well, for sure. Sander is an all-rounder. You can expect him everywhere. At the moment, no. Sadly. I mean, there is a Discord channel that was created in order to host some of those events. But they also didn't really find time to do it, and then most of these United players don't even have Team 2020. Now currently for 1 month Neko has it. Or for 1 year? For 1 year then probably. So Neko now got it again. He got some records back on campaign maps. We got also the world record on the track of the day from during XPEVO. By the way, I was so mad when I saw that. Of course, the old car cup of the day comes exactly when we are at XPEVO. I did, however, play it. Granadi didn't even realize, which is crazy, because I was 6th in the seeding, so I was actually well visible. Also survived longer than Granadi. But of course I didn't have my smooth steer gamepad with me. I only had my stadium gamepad. Yay, I'm the top 8. The Roa wins ahead of Hawk. Ecstatic is only 5th. Behind Sander. Rinte is actually still 3rd. So we have again the top 5. Wait, one player's missing. Neko is missing, so he will drop a bit. From the top 6 we had 5 players in the top 5. Ah, rip, lost the gear. But yeah, I'm going into this without any practice. And since I now didn't even make it at home in time, I mean, this was all the reason why I also never really felt the motivation to prioritize the training for this competition more, you know? Like, oh, Ecstatic only one place ahead, what is happening? Like, this is, of course, the idea. When I don't even know if I can play the Grand Final completely, why would I be motivated to really train hard for it, you know? That's the thing. Like, it prevents me from tryharding, and I had, of course, XPEVO, which was more important, and which was also a success for me. I got actually pretty much what I wanted. But I will show you a lot in the next days. Also already this evening I will show you a bit. But I have, of course, a lot of GoPro footage that I want to share with you. But first of all, the GoPro has to upload everything. Into the cloud. I played everything. I played the main tournament and I played the RPG event. But I didn't play Ice. And I also didn't play Kaki. The Kaki event basically was for the players that were basically in no other competition or that were very early out in the main competition. They could, of course, try to find a PC, and then they had then a lot of time to drive the Kaki maps. For anyone that is basically still in the competitions, this was not really logic to do. You would, of course, always prefer to prepare and train for the matches. So I thought about doing Kaki, but it would have required me to go out of certain cups early on. But I survived longer than I expected everywhere, so how's it actually looking points-wise? Yeah, I'm just missing one map. It's obvious that I'm far behind. So, Orc is doing pretty good on this map. Ecstatic is not doing as good as he should. He is now passing Rinte. And he's catching up to Neko, but Hawk did well, Roa does well. He's not getting closer to them, he's actually more losing. And that shouldn't happen, because Ecstatic is always super dominant when we play Stadium, usually. This is a very poor start, I can tell you. Probably one of the last places here. Oh, got a bug. So hello Fliffle. What did you think of the maps? From the main tournament, I didn't like the maps. Also the maps were very good quality, but I didn't like the fact that they were so unnecessary tight everywhere. Because it kinda meant that everyone drives the same line through this, and it's very annoying to discover them. Because you crash like left, right, center until you have the timings down on the maps. But yeah, the RPG maps were fine. Some may be a little bit transitional for my taste. I had also a clearly worse map there. I'm only 11th in local. Sixth place. Was actually a really good round for me, and I was very close to the others. Just had the wrong line then in the end, but this is almost PB for me. I think it is steady PB actually. Yeah, I got a new top time, the daddies. Roa in front of Ecstatic, then Hawk, Neko, Sender. Yeah, Rinte falling back a little bit. Ah, he got dead last in this round. Ja, gut. Sender and Snack at the same time. And I got another new PB, a sub 54. Probably that was the last round. Oh, was not actually. But yeah, pretty good. Ecstatic now with the first place. Finally does some points here. Yeah, too high. Oh, that's not good. How many can I overtake? If you wonder, it only shows 4 cars at the same time. In theory, it makes sense that I change that when I want to cast. Yes, one more. How many rounds do we drive? Round 8. Okay, so it seems to be 8 rounds per map. Okay, let's get a good last round here. Ooh. Slightly a bit too low. But probably still a decent start. Never mind. The Swedish car is Black Cat. Stadium is definitely his worst environment. So he will drop a lot. That costs him also way too much in the long term. Yeah, I know, Fliffle. I know that you are sitting next to me. I remember. Wait, do we have one more? What? Round 9. Is it 10 rounds per map? We will see. Okay, then let's get maybe a good one now. No, okay, this was the 10th round, so it shows round 10 after we finished. If I see that correct. Okay. Stadium is over, the next map is Island. No, Desert, and then comes Island. I will, change now the settings, because you could only see 4 cars because of a setting that is outside of the game. In the settings here, you can go here, maximum opponents that are shown, and you can take that completely away, like this. Okay, save, play. Because if I want to cast, it is shit when you only see four cars around you, you know. You want to see all of them, obviously. So, gonna rejoin. What was the... I forgot the password again. Okay, I would have guessed it correct. Okay, we have still one warm-up. I have to get something to drink. Because I didn't drink a lot. On the next map, there will be a break. In this break, I can, also there are then 6 warm-ups. There I will show you a little bit of the stuff that I won with the RPG. But for now, I drink a bit and then we start casting the match. Desert is the next environment, 10 rounds here as well. Let's go. So let's see which players I have on my hotkeys. Oh, we have Exotic as well, and he is first. I believe also that Desert is another decent environment for him. Cube currently is also on a very decent position, makes a mistake though. We got Blackhead, he's battling with Sander. Rinte makes a mistake. Rinte of course knows Desert pretty well. He is extremely good at Desert, to be honest. But he made a mistake and is only 7th in the first round. We have Exotic in first and then Neko in second. Nice time there, right? Neko obviously is Mr. Desert, but Hawk is also coming from Desert as background, but he only got 11th. And Rinte knows Desert, like Rinte and Neko were getting a lot of Desert records in the new game. So all these drivers I would expect far up, but Exotic is the one to win in the first round. Here we have Rees, and I have also Hawk. That's good that we have Hawk. Like, it's a bit random which drivers I get with my hotkeys. Currently Exotic in the lead, followed by Rinte, Roa and Hawk. Very close round so far. Hawk lost a little bit in this tunnel, gets attacked by Neko and Hyp. Neko further on the attack. Remember that all these players have to drive with cars on, so they see each other. Hawk going a bit wide, losing the fight towards Hyp. Neko stays just ahead, but is only 4th. Not dominating on Desert, it is Exotic instead. By the way, if you didn't know, Exotic also has a 100% win rate in Cup of the Day. Because on the very first Desert Cup of the Day he won, and that was the only Cup of the Day he played. He did basically the same what Sander did on Snow Cup. Camera on Snack, uses my car skin here. It's in the midfield. We see Exotic this time a little bit further behind. Maybe we can see him catching up to the others, making a comeback. He's already up to 4th place, to be honest. Oh, there's another big mistake. Sander, I can say, this is maybe really one of his weaker environments. He is very good still, but you see that he struggles to get a very good position on this. Oh, he will pass Roa, very important. One more, no. Sander and Roa one place apart from each other. Neko's only 8th. We have Rinte and Exotic in first and second, and then Hawk in third. Roa and Sander are very close together and remain there. Hawk is catching up to them. Exotic is massively catching up. Neko, also for this being Desert, underperforming so far. We would expect more from Neko on this map. This time he is up there. Oh, gets the small slide though, but that's not too bad. He's still up there, but with many other drivers. Hüb going too far. Hüb was doing extremely well in one of the last United Solo Championship finals. What is this? In the tunnel, Neko just dropped 5 positions. But on this uphill he gained multiple, but then he makes the big mistake. Big mistake for Neko. Meanwhile, I see Sander is in 5th place, battling with Hawk. In that position, Hawk is passing, but one guy in front made a mistake. And it is Roa winning, and he will go further ahead in the lead. And 2nd place goes to Red Shadow, who is down in 11th overall, but he will definitely pass Aru and Reis with that performance. Getting 2 places with this. On to the next round. So Roa currently leading in front of Sander, Hawk, Exotic, but you see it's mega close. And Neko should usually also be in this fight. But somehow he doesn't perform on his best environment. Oh, but in this round he is miles ahead. At the start at least. Of course last round was really a little bit unfortunate that he did this big mistake. He would have scored very well otherwise. Hopefully he brings it into the finish this time. He needs these points now. Otherwise he goes to maybe some weaker environments and there it will be tough to catch up. Blackett with a slide out. You see Sander is again in the midfield. It's not his best environment as we see. He's battling with Roa again. Oh, big mistake by Hawk. Oh, that's huge because Hawk is of course one of the top guys. Neko wins the round. Exotic caught up a lot. But he remains behind Neko. So both of them on 4th and 5th place are catching up. Rinte was 6th, he's also 3rd in this round. But he's not gaining that much, because from 3rd to then Roa and Sander on 4th and 5th, it's just 1 and 2 points that he gains. But the other 2 drivers definitely made some more progress. Hello Schenker. Oh, one guy completely missed the checkpoint in the start. I didn't see who it is, but it could be Neko. Oh, it is Neko. That looks bad for him. I don't think that he will win this time. He's losing way too many points on his best environment. I mean, directly being fully dead last is definitely hurting a lot. He has to make sure that he finishes, you know. But like a 0-pointer would really hurt. Exotic is meanwhile again in the lead. That seems to be a really strong environment for him. Hawk in 2nd. Rinte, Sander, Roa made a mistake in the end. Roa with a huge mistake. He dropped to 11th, he was 3rd. I expected him to finish in 3rd. That's huge. Roa is losing the lead maybe? Nah, not fully, but it's very close again. 2 points between Roa and Sander. Hawk and Exotic a little bit behind, but not as much as it was on before. As a desert, definitely good environment for them to catch up. Neko and Rinte are the 2 drivers that we know from Team 2020 in this environment, but they both didn't perform as good on this environment here in United. So they lose a bit on ground to the top 4 players. Oh, Rinte had a good start but made a mistake in this downhill. And there is another huge mistake, but this was Exotic, I believe, if I saw that correct. Was it Exotic? He's definitely further behind, battling with some other players. He maybe can get 3 more places. Good round for Sander then. Good opportunity to get decent points here. But he's still battling with 3 others. He will beat Blackhead, but he remains behind Roa and behind Rinte. So Rinte is still 3rd. We have a Red Shadow again reaching 2nd place here. How was XPEVO? It was amazing. XPEVO was extremely nice. And it's sad that it's over, and I was now a little bit in a rush. When this winner ceremony was through, I had to rush to the main station. And also because of this match here. that I didn't want to miss. I'm a bit exhausted now, but the event was of course extremely nice. Like, it's crazy that, like, some years ago you wouldn't have believed that something like this is possible in Trackmania, such events. Alright, center this time not looking good. Let's go a bit further ahead. Where's Hawk? Hawk and Ecstatic battling again. Where's Neko? Neko is in 4th place. We have Red Shadow again. Seems to be a very good environment for him. Big mistake by Hawk. These big mistakes, of course, drop... Like, they lose so many points when they do that. Very bad round for Roa, Sender and Hawk. Look at this. Roa is 9th, Sender is 11th, and Hawk is 14th. That means that Ecstatic is now close to them. It's very close to them. And Red Shadow, by the way, overtook Blackhead meanwhile. But that might change again when we go to Rally. Oh. Might also change now already because Red Shadow just drifted away. And Blackhead didn't. Yeah, you see Red is in 14th. Snake is also a bit behind. Hawk is also quite behind. Oh, Blackhead has huge issues as well. There are more mistakes. Roa with a mistake. I think Neko was again also with a mistake. That's a good possibility for Sander again to gain some points. We have again Ecstatic in the lead. He does an incredibly good job on this environment. Battling with Rinte. This is the fight. Let's check it out. Ecstatic versus Rinte. Last chicane coming. Oh, Ecstatic with a mistake. He will get passed by Hüb, who's now 2nd. Sander gets 3rd. Gains 1 point on Ecstatic here. Important. But also important is that Roa only got 11th. Hawk is 6th. That's still damage control. He was very far behind early on. Blackhead gets a 5th place. Mega close fight. Also 4 drivers with the opportunity to win this thing. After Desert there will be still 3 more environments coming. Island, Rally and Bay. So 2 environments from Trackmania Sunrise and then Rally from Trackmania Original that you also know from Team 2020. So this time we have Neko in front. He still has small chances in Rinte as well, but would definitely... he should have done it better on Desert. He should definitely take this win, because he's far ahead. And then we have Hawk, Ecstatic and Red Shadow fighting for the next positions. Oh! Hawk with a big mistake. How many people overtake him here? Quite a few. There was one more snipe by Rinte. Also direct fight, of course. Alright. These mistakes, they really hurt, because if you just save it at that point, you know that you have good points then. Alright, that's it. Yeah, exactly. I went live with GoPro stream. The thing is that the connection has to be from my iPad a hotspot. Also my iPad gets basically the mobile phone connection, and then I do a hotspot with it, and it creates a wireless LAN, and that wireless LAN my GoPro is using. The issue is that the karaoke stream was downstairs in the floor, and there was of course not much connection. Also I only had 2 out of 5 stripes, so it was very weak. And at some point I went upstairs to get some water, and then obviously I was way too far from my iPad, so the connection went fully away. I went then back down, and it tried to reload and said it worked. And then I thought I was live again, because it showed also live on my camera, but I think that in reality I haven't been live. Like, it showed me that I would be live, but I think I wasn't when I came back. So that was a bit weird. Anyway guys, I wanted to show you a little bit. From the mini RPG tournament. Wait. Where is it? Here. Also, first of all, I have here my big shirt on. I was cheering for Leicester today, of course. And then I got a prize due to a mini RPG event. I won this hoodie here. Wait. Mini RPG of the week hoodie, and from the back. Now let's do it like this. Yeah, I can definitely use it because of my work. Because I always need pullover there, it's always so cold. So more pullovers and hoodies are definitely helpful. Yeah, Leicester did great. Almost he made it into the final. So let's go back into the game. I will show you after this match parts of the mini RPG stream, if that VOD is actually available. I'm not sure if this is the kind of VOD where the settings, also if they have the settings that you cannot watch the VOD. You can set that up as a streamer that the VOD is available or it's not available, we have to check. If it's available, then I will show you. Otherwise, I also, it was available while they were still streaming, so I hope it's available also now. But I was recording it as well when I checked it while they were streaming, when I went there in the VOD. So I have it on camera. Also at least the semi-final. The end of the semi-final was crazy. I mean, I haven't checked it myself. There is a chance that it wasn't streamed on EVO Trackmania 2. Also, the thing is that most of the things that happened were just on the main stage. We had only one loser bracket final, only one winner bracket final, only one consolidation final, and only one grand final. So the players that were basically playing, they were always on stage. So only in the break where they had ice, then the ice players were on stage. So it was basically just this. Our RPG tournament was streamed as well, but and it was also kind of the B stream, but maybe it was then just streamed still on Byron's Twitch. Also from the RPG guy that organized it together with Saturday. Maybe it was just hosted by them. Because all the rounds before, you could see on their Twitch channel. Okay, nice landing by Snack. Oh yeah, XPEVO was amazing on Friday. I went to the check-in. First of all, as usual, I had of course delay when I went to XPEVO. Literally since 3 years, XPEVO in Cologne, not a single train ride was punctual for me, not a single one. And most of these delays were also an hour or longer. or almost an hour. Like, it's crazy. But obviously, when I wanted to go to XPEVO, the one train that I would need, it vanished. It didn't exist anymore. I had an alternative that was not too bad, but also there I missed by 1 minute the better train, so I had to take a later and slower train. But it was fine, I had time enough. I went to the tournament check-in, then I went back to the hotel. I was a bit shit because from the main station it's like a 10-minute walk to XPEVO, but my hotel was on the other side of the train station. So I had to basically walk back from XPEVO after the check-ins there. I had to walk back to the main station and further into the other direction, then to my hotel. Then I put everything there, my bags and so on, so that they are then a bit more empty. And then I went back again to XPEVO. My qualification match was the last one. And I didn't think so, but in the main tournament I actually managed to get through the seeding. I was in the top 120. I qualified for the next round, for the Cup Mode finalist round. That was very surprising to me, to be honest. There I played against Milmi, Jorday and Vajo. So actually I had a match with players that you might not know that well. But it doesn't matter if you know people. Some people really invested some time into this. And they were all driving safe in my match. Like, nobody made mistakes. In the seeding, I can tell you, I was mega happy with my performance. I went so no train into it. And then I got my server very consistently 14th, 14th, 14th. And this was exactly what I needed. I needed basically 15th as average to get enough points, and I got that. But in my next match then they all didn't crash. They played perfectly against me. I was basically last in every round with just my pace then. But it didn't matter. Like, I was no train for that event. I was more focused for the RPG one. But yeah, more of that later. Let's focus now on Island. So the current standing is extremely close. The top 4 players are within 15 points. Sander, Roa, Ecstatic and Hawk. Then a bit behind is Neko and Winter. I think only those players still have a realistic chance on winning this. We still have 30 rounds to go, 10 rounds per map on 3 remaining maps. Let's go to the next, and we have Ecstatic continuing with his domination. Why didn't he do this on Stadium though? I wonder. Blackett is doing well. So now also a better environment for Sander. You see Ecstatic in the lead. Oh, Hawk with a huge mistake. Hawk with a huge mistake. He will drop so far because the acceleration is so slow, you see. He will be far behind. I don't see Ecstatic anymore. Sander is winning the round. Ecstatic is third. And Red Shadow again doing well in second place. Blackhead gets fourth, Rees, then Hyper Apu Snack. So we have big mistakes. We have Roar in 11th, we have Hawk in 12th. And Sander, however, in first. And that means that Sander is getting a larger lead now immediately. However, Ecstatic still did well and is now moving up to second place. My match went very nice. Also could have been slightly better, but I'm happy with it. I got third place in RPG. I showed that after this cup is over. I show a bit of it, if possible. Oh, big mistake. I think it was Neko. Always when there is just a name tag without any colors. But look how Sander just overtook everyone right there. Island is an extremely difficult environment. Also it's very sensitive, similar to Rally. A lot of smooth steer here needed, and even Sander makes a mistake, and he is also Mr. Consistent. He's also Neko very slow, so that means that Hawk will now gain some points with a mistake. Sander gains one more position, but that is everything. So Hawk in first and Roa in second is basically the opposite of last round, because now Ecstatic is dead last in 14th, and Xander also did not that great with 8th place. 8th place and now at 808 points. So basically what happened in the first round got neglected with the second round. Let's go third round. What will happen now? Xander with a great start this time. Let's go to... who do we have? Rees. Rees is a bit in the midfield here. But we can see when other players make mistakes. Rinte is of course also interesting to check out. Because Island is an environment that he doesn't know from Team 2020. And at the moment it looks like he's not fully on pace, but Ecstatic with a huge mistake that we saw earlier by Hawk as well. Meanwhile it is Xander in front. Let's see Hawk. Hawk will pass Xander, I think. He will pass, he will pass. He will pass. I told you. Oh, Xander almost missed the finish completely. It's actually 3 tenths behind Hawk. He almost didn't finish. But he's still second, so it's still fine for him. He gets again good points. Rinte is actually 4th in the finish, so he made a nice comeback there. Let's spectate Rinte. Hello, mixers. Oh my god, let's not spectate Rinte. Oh, you can spectate Hüb. That's new. Hüb is doing a decent job. He's 7th place. He's right behind these top players. And Hüb also did really well in last year's, as I mentioned already. He was actually in contention to win in one edition. I think he didn't win in the end, but he was for a long time looking like the winner. But his weaker environments came in the end, and then he dropped. But he was really dominant in one of the United Solo Championship finals. This time he's in 7th, a bit alone there. Rinte is still a bit in reach, and Red Shadow also caught up a bit to him, but he is quite alone there. Xander is winning the next round in front of Roa, then Hüb now in 3rd, Rees in 4th, Aru in 5th, Black Cat then Vet, also Defo last is Vet, then Snack, so that means we had big crashes. Ecstatic is 13th, Rinte 12th, Neko 11th, Hawk 9th. So a very good round for Xander and Roa. Roa moves up to 2nd place. Ecstatic was at 2nd and now dropped a lot again because he made a bunch of mistakes here in the past rounds. So he dropped to 4th place with quite a gap to the others. Oh, Rinte getting the airtime. Lots of people can pass here. We have Ecstatic in the lead, winning the round in front of Black Cat and Roa. Xander this time not doing well. Xander with a crash, only 12th place. So he will lose a bit of his lead. And Ecstatic is doing the comeback. That is also very helpful. He needed that to catch up again. Roa coming closer to Xander. The fight is still on between those players. How's Neko doing? I think Neko's scores at the moment pretty consistent, but he's not really coming closer. He would need to be dominant on the map in order to catch up. He definitely would need that somewhere, but I don't really see on which environment that would happen. That's the reason why I think that he's a bit out of the fight for first. We have Xander in the lead. After the last round, this would be very good for him if he can catch, if he can get these big points now. Ecstatic and Roa follow him, so it's the good players all in front. However, here we see some mistakes. Roa is dropping quite some places. Hawk all over the place, Neko drifting away. We have Aru getting third. Sander, however, takes first, and that means that he will extend his lead again towards Roa by 7 points. And Hawk gains 1 point on Roa. Ecstatic gains a little bit more, so they come a bit closer together from second to fourth, but Sander extends his lead. On to the next round. Neko with an amazing first turn. Now Hawk with an amazing second turn. Also the third one, he goes into the lead. Sander also with a great start, and Red Shadow is up here. Ecstatic very great in this chicane. Moving up to third in this moment, and Hawk sliding out, which will cost them quite a lot of time in this environment. That means that Sander is a bit alone, but not very. Ecstatic is still close, Roa is in third. And Neko battles for fourth place with Red Shadow. Sander lost a lot of time there in this jump. That means Roa is now ahead of him. Let's spectate Sander. He is remaining in the third place. Still good points, of course. He loses 2 points on Roa. But of course, could be way worse when you crash. 2 points is not a lot. Ecstatic wins the round. And Hawk is still in fifth, so everything fine for everyone. They remain close together. Hawk with a mistake. From his perspective, we can see other crashes now and how many people he is able to overtake. So we see Hüb with a mistake. Now he passes a few players. Passes Reyes. It's now close to Rinte. In front we have a battle. No, not anymore. Sander should take it. And Hawk remains behind Rinte. Caught up quickly to him, but then it was stationary. We have Fett in 6th place, Blackhead in 5th, Neko in 4th, and then Sander, Red Shadow and Ecstatic in the top places. Great round for Red Shadow. He's actually now catching up to Hüb, as Hüb was also making a mistake. It's only 27 points between them. Blackhead, however, also with good points, and he remains close to Red Shadow, and I'm pretty sure in Rally Blackhead will overtake. And Aru is also very good in Rally, also Aru in 10th place might also catch up. The question is how many points will Red Shadow do? Hawk with a huge mistake, and Gringo doing the same basically. So Hawk will definitely score extremely poor in this round, which helps the other players in front. Sander seems to be good at this environment. He was also doing very well in the environment that we haven't seen, snow. He must have had a huge lead from it. But it seems like he was extremely dominant on it. Like always, like top 2. But he is also doing extremely well. Sander in first place, Neko doing some good points, now Rinte as well. But their gap is just too big already, I would say. We see actually all the others crashed. Roa is 11th, Hawk is 12th. How the heck is Hawk in 12th still? Red Shadow actually lost a lot of points now. So Hüb 4th, Red Shadow 13th, so basically a much bigger gap again between them. And Blackhead is now very close to 8th. That is how quick it can go. We have a tie between Ecstatic and Roa, but now, meanwhile, Sander got a huge lead of almost 50 points. And Neko with a mistake, a huge one actually. Let's spectate Rinter again. Because Rinter's always like a player, he's not fully in first place, but he's close, so we still see quite a bit of the fights here. That's at least my hope. Oh, he almost landed on the wall there. Xander is now having a momentum. He's again in front, but there are 4 other cars chasing him. Not far away. Xander doesn't land that great, so Ecstatic is catching up. Xander has a small drift. He will definitely be attacked, but he remains in second. Or is fourth. Blackhead had a really good round, so Blackhead is already now passing Red Shadow even before we go to rally. I guess that's it. Is it? It is. We go to the next map. So this is how the environment looks like, where the rally car originates from. You see these dirt blocks. They were not exactly like that, but they were basically taken into the new game. Here we have another one. And remember that there are no action keys available in this game. But these players are not playing with keyboard. I don't think that a single one is playing keyboard here. But I cannot say it for sure. Or Snack doing keyboard. I don't know. You can spectate Snack and we see if it's keyboard or not. But most United players are joystick or gamepad players. You know, Hüb has been the best keyboard player in Rally. He was extremely strong despite playing keyboard, but he switched also to gamepad or something other than keyboard, and he is doing good with that as well. So Hüb I also expect to get some good points, but it is mainly Blackhead. Blackhead is the rally GOAT, and I have to expect him to do well on this environment. And the first round looks very good for him, but he makes a small mistake that gives Hawk the opportunity to get first. Very different approaches. Blackhead actually with the overtake with his line, and he gets first. And this is the start of a comeback. Also Blackhead could catch up to Hüb as well. This was just warm up, by the way, so it didn't matter. It's always so confusing. In United, here they use always 2 warm-ups. I'm so not used to that. That always after the first warm-up, I think it's live. Because in every other competition you have 1 warm-up. But not 2. It's super strange. Why would you have 2, you know? It of course prolongs the match quite a bit. As I'm often very low train, I take it. I mean, it's good for me to have a second one. But normally it shouldn't be like that, I think. It's just a bit waste of time. So Blackhead actually with a really poor start. So doesn't score that well in the first round. I think we can already say that, but let's see if we make some positions here towards the end. We have a lot of people being pretty good in it. As I also mentioned in the last map, Aru is also doing well. Rinte did a wallbang there. We have to check that out next round. Blackhead with the overtake of 4 people in one corner. Look at this fight. Also in the top 3 there's a fight. Blackhead messes it up. Blackhead only 7th. Aru wins ahead of Sander. Sander getting good points on rally as well. That's very helpful, especially with Ecstatic down in 11th. And Roar is passing Ecstatic here as well. Now from Hawk we really haven't seen that much lately. But I want to see Rinte. Does he do a wallbang there on purpose? I think it was him. This is of course another environment, another card that Rinte knows from the new game, that he might have played a bit more often. So here I automatically expect a little bit more from him. We see Hüb in the lead, Roar, Hawk, and then Blackhead. Rinte, however, in 5th, actually overtaking Blackhead now, moving up to 4th. Now comes the part that I want to see. Yeah, oh, well, it didn't work when I watched him. That's unfortunate. Blackhead still fighting with Roar, with Aru who came back into the fight. Vet is also a good player, he's also up there. And we have to finish. Hüb is taking first, ahead of Blackhead, then Hawk, then Aru, then Vet, and then Sander. And Roar is down in 13th. That means that Sander, even though he only got 6th, he is getting a bigger lead. Ecstatic was also not doing that well. Here we can check out Fat. No. The one time that I wanted to spectate him. What a close fight. Aru in the lead. Not anymore. Hüb in the lead. Fighting with Blackhead back and forth through this turn. Now the last. Hüb is getting a slight. Blackhead now taking a first place. And we see Hawk finishing extremely late. And Fat, of course, with a mistake that we've seen. I want to give Fat another chance. We spectate him again. Surely he will not do this again. Not twice in a row. Oh my god, Hawk with another mistake in the first turn. Oh, 2 big mistakes there. And we have to check on the left side when it updates. Who is behind here? Ecstatic is far behind. Red Shadow as well. We see Blackhead now in the lead as expected. And he's only 600s away from the Daddy Mania record. Look at this. He is on to a very good round. Hüb, however, caught up quite a lot in this section. He's actually overtaking. Hüb with the overtake on Blackhead. You will see side by side into the last turn. Oh, Hüb bases it up completely. Oh, he still got second actually. I thought he doesn't even finish. But it is Blackhead winning. And then we have Hüb, Roar, Sander, Fat in 5th, then Aru in 6th. And yeah, what I also mentioned, Aru is almost overtaking Red Shadow now. Or is he already? No, almost. Also 7 points missing. This is what I expected when Rally comes. Blackhead is now far away and Aru is catching up as well. They are just both good in this environment. Also, Hüb is it's getting a bit closer in front and behind him. Because he does good, but Blackhead does even better than him, and both are doing better than Rinte. No, I go into Hawk and we see this. He's still third, but now the other cars are coming, and all of them, kind of. And now he has all these cars around him. There was a big mistake. We see Aru is far behind, Sander is far behind. That is huge.
that is a good chance for Roa, especially if he wins this battle and gets the third place into the finish, but he crashes there. There's not that much penalty, but it still takes a little bit. He might still get third, actually. He does. Blackhead and Hüb again in first and second. Roa in third. And Ascender is last, literally last, in 14th. Roa is gaining a lot of points on him, 11 points. Also, Roa is getting a clear lead over Exotic now. Because you can definitely see Exotic has some extremely good environments, but there are certain environments where he definitely cannot perform as well. Like Rally is definitely not his environment. At least against all these other players here on that level. There are just too many other players that basically take points away as well. You have, compared to other environments, you have here now people like Blackhead, like Aru, like Fat, and like Hüb. They are all now battling as well for the top places. You didn't really have that in some other environments, but this round Ecstatic is doing pretty well, but it's still super close. Anything could happen. You have here 6 or 7 cars basically next to each other and they see themselves. Ecstatic has a good ending, I think, but he can only get 6th, 100 behind Vet, and it is Xander winning by 100 against Blackhead. So Xander doing some good points again. Roa did a good job, but he is actually only 7th. But a huge round for Xander. That was the round that he needed to be far ahead. Hawk gets 10th and he did also a good round. Also this was a crazy round. Let's spectate Rinte again. I want to see this wallbang strat. If he's still doing it. Ooh. Lost quite a lot of speed here early on. He's quite a bit behind the field. In 12th place currently. There was one big mistake. We see Hüb also being slow. And Rinte is still going for it. Interesting line, it works actually very well now, at least. Aru is dropping a little bit behind. Let's check out from Ecstatic's point of view. Blackhead will win the round, but then there's the fight. Hawk is doing good in this round, but Xander and Roa as well with a tie. But Xander is getting the points, and I can also say why he gets the points. Also, good, wait. Check on the top. Yeah, Xander has finished the 53.50 already. You see it here, 8th place. You see the best times basically driven. Blackhead, 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 Blackhead. 4 times, then Hüb, Aru, Hüb, Xander. And Roa's best time is a 52, Xander's best time is a .50. These best times are the times that they just now drove in these rounds. And since Xander has a better best time, he gets the points. That's how it works. It is a bit more difficult when they tie while doing both their PBs. So if they have the same PB and tie with it, that's then more difficult. Then I think it better would join the server earlier or later. Wait, cancel this run, end run, end run. Okay, people finished. Who's taking points now, theoretically? Also Xander had a DNF here, also some others DNF'd because it was about doing an end round. Nobody really could do an end round. People have of course interface off, didn't really realize it, that's unfortunate. Some people still finished this one. Yeah, so I tried late Romy to Deutsche Bahn. Snow must be Xander, he was ahead when I joined on Coast. Coast, of course, Hawk. Stadium, Also, I expected Ecstatic to be honest, but he wasn't the best. But I cannot really say who did the most points, but it could be Roar. But Hawk did also pretty well in Stadium. Now Rally is most likely Blackhead. Island, Core. Also Desert is Ecstatic, he was completely dominating Desert. I expected Neko to do a bit better there, but that was not the case. Okay, we have Blackhead, Hüb, Neko in the top 3. And yeah, Island, I cannot say. It was like everyone had also bad rounds. But I think Sander was by far the most consistent. But he also had here and there a bad round, but I think he was by far more consistent than the others. But Ecstatic did also good on Island, so those two. But Roar is doing good everywhere. That's the reason why he's still second, you know. I don't know if he was the best on a single environment, but he's doing everywhere good. So we currently have Sander in the lead, Roar is second. It's since ages a very close fight from second to fourth. Neko is always trailing 40-50 points behind because he did not really perform on Desert as expected. And Rinter is also always trailing a bit behind Neko, and Blackhead is now catching up to Rinter. Blackhead was miles behind him, but it's Rally now. He actually just passed Hüb as well. Hüb was super alone 7th for the whole match. Uiuiui. But Blackhead just gained so many points on Rally, it's like incredible. Hüb with the overtake on Hawk maybe? No. So many cars so close together. We have Sander actually beating Blackhead. Sander winning another round here. Blackhead, then Ahu, Ecstatic, Neko, Hawk, Hypres. Very good for Sander. In the back we had, I cannot see anymore. We will go to the last environment, which is Bay. Now from my memory, I would say that Bay is the best environment from Sander. At least one of the best. So I would think that he is the winner of this year's United Solo competition. I don't think that Roar will catch up. But anything can happen because Bay is also an environment that can be very crashy. Sander, however, really with this lead of 70 points, he just needs to stay calm and collected. Just save the rounds in theory, and it would be fine. And Roar himself, also to make such a comeback, he would also need to win many rounds, not just having Sander to fail. Yeah, then we have the battle here. Now I don't know if they will take away the points that were gained in that one round where Sander had a DNF and Roar also DNF'd in that round. So both of them didn't score. Now Hawk and Ecstatic might have scored. I don't remember now who finished, but I think in the end a lot of people finished. Maybe some points will be taken away again. But for now the standing is like this, that Roar is 9 points ahead of Hawk and Ecstatic, so it remains really close. Neko still these typical 40 to 50 points behind. I'm not sure if Bay is a good environment for him to do a catch up. I doubt it a little bit. Rinter, this is not a car from Team 2020, so I don't know if he will do very good on it. He's not actually fighting with Blackhead. Blackhead almost caught up to him. So this is now the fight here for the 6th place, also together with Hüb. So we have basically a 3-man fight from 6th to 8th. And then we have a 3-man fight from 2nd to 4th. I think Neko is kinda set in stone that he's gonna get 5th. And Sander most likely will take 1st unless he makes a lot of mistakes. It's crazy to see what impact Rally has with Blackhead. As I said, yeah, Red Shadow was doing extremely well. He was actually already up to 8th place, almost 7th place, and now he is in 10th and he is missing over 100 points to Blackhead just because of rally. It's crazy. And yeah, Aru didn't do that well anymore in the later stages of rally, so he doesn't have a big lead to Red Shadow. Maybe we can see a change here in points. And Vet also caught up on rally a little bit to Red Shadow. He's not that far away either. And actually ahead of Reis. Reis is only 12th. Snack also only behind that. Of course, Reis, Snack, they both came from the consolidation match into this grand final. And let's go into the first round. Let's spectate Xander, because then we see if he does some mistakes. Normally he should just save it. You can see what kind of positions he would get. And of course Roa is the main contender for now against Xander, even though the others are of course close to Roa, but these extra 10 points to gain on Xander would be crazy difficult. And we see also Neko and Rinte currently in first and second. Rinte doing good on Bay, nice to see. Roa is doing good as well in Ecstatic. We don't see Hawk. Hawk is down in 11th and he did crash. He has over 2 seconds of a gap now to the leaders, so he will not catch up a lot. Oh, big mistake. I don't know who it was, I didn't see it. But someone will drop down the order and it is Xander finishing only 1 point behind Roa. Rinte actually winning the round. Very nice job by Rinte. With that he is of course securing his position, and Blackhead did only a 12th place, so Rinte securing the 6th place with that. And Hyp will catch up to Blackhead a little bit. Meanwhile we see Roa extending the lead towards Ecstatic and Orc, who were only 9th and 11th in the finish. Let's maybe spectate Hawk in this round. Oh, great start by him. Only 700s behind the record. Very nice left downhill turn. And he remains in the lead. Let's spectate someone that is more in the field. Neko here is currently fighting for the 3rd place. We see Rinte doing again pretty well, but Hawk is still far in front. He's really close to the world record. Only 1200s away from Daddy 1, 1300s now. Rinte, however, caught up here a little bit in this section. But then he also caught up to Daddy Mania, I think, because Hawk is still close to it. Neko still fighting. Oh no, both with the same mistake! And Hawk finishing only 3/10 behind world record. Gets the 1st place. But Rinte and Neko doing both so well in the previous round. They both crashed. Roa is dead last, by the way. 14th, Rinte, Neko, 11th, 12th. So we see Red actually in a good position, and for Xander this was of course a crazy good round, and especially for Hawk as well, because now we have this battle, 1113 for both Hawk and Roa, and Ecstatic is a bit behind. So Hawk moving suddenly up to 2nd place with this round, and Xander looking like the clear winner now, since Roa had that big point loss in this round. Oh, Hawk is again on a great start. Had a small drift though, Ecstatic almost crashing with this wall. But he remains unscathed. He's closing into Hawk now, overtaking actually. Also, Ecstatic also has the pace on this environment. You see also the Daddy Mania records. Hawk has an 87, Ecstatic is 2nd with an 89. So they are really fast. Hyp is coming up. Hyp versus Ecstatic for the win. It is Ecstatic with a more inside finish. 200s ahead of Hyp, but really great times. Also only 3/10 behind the world record. Hawk getting 3rd place, but Ecstatic catching up, and we have Roa down in 13th and Xander down in 12th. So for Xander, not great that he's down in 12th, but since his main opponents also didn't do that good, it was now Ecstatic of course taking the win, but he was the one that was the furthest away, so still looking good for Xander, even though that round wasn't the greatest. Ecstatic now back in the fight, Roa dropped behind. Will Roa come back from this again? I thought Roa would also do good on Bay. No, we saw some mistakes. Roa is also overtaking here some people. Now attacking 4th place. We see Neko and Hawk also next to him. Hüb is on a very good time now. He also has a great record. Also, he will improve his Steadymania record, definitely. He is actually finishing with a 4th Steadymania record. Hawk in 2nd place. Hawk is doing really good on this. Roa is 4th. Xander is 8th. And Ecstatic, where's Ecstatic? 10th only. But I have the feeling that Hawk is actually the best player here from this pack. And he will most likely get that 2nd place. Or is more possible? Naja, there aren't that many rounds. That was already the 7th round, I believe. So only 3 more to go. So shouldn't be possible for him to make that kind of comeback. But the fight is still on for 2nd place. And if Roa wants to say a word there, then he needs to beat Hawk and win a round. Same for Ecstatic. So where the heck is Ecstatic? He's still not that far away, but many positions away. Oh, we saw a big mistake. Now Ecstatic suddenly looks pretty decent. But Roa was, I think, one of the guys that crashed. Yeah, this is Roa out of the fight. We see also Rinter with a mistake. And Blackhead going up. How is this looking, actually? Yeah, really close. This could still become interesting towards the end. So Hawk in 1st place, Ecstatic in 2nd. So good position for Ecstatic. A good way towards podium finish for him, but Hawk still increasing his gap. Xander with a safe 5th place, so he makes sure that Hawk is not catching up any further. Also not too much, 7 points, but that is fine. It is also pretty much GG now, if I'm correct. It's always, no, I checked challenge 7. No, there are still some rounds. I was already surprised that there were only 3 more rounds. No, this was the 5th round. We still have 5 rounds to go. The gap is 55 points. So in average, Hawk would need to gain 11 points per round. I'm not sure if that's possible. If he wins, then Xander, yeah, 14 points. Naja, it would be possible, but as a Hawk can win every round. He has the pace for that. But if Xander just keeps it somewhat clean, then nothing will happen. At the moment, Xander is in the 3rd place, and even if he gets 4th, it would be all right for him. Now 2 people attack him. He doesn't make a mistake. He's only getting 5th, but it's still good in the average. He only loses 7 points, not 11. But Hawk is coming a little bit closer. Still a bit exciting, at least. And yeah, where's Ecstatic? Ecstatic is 4th, Roa is 3rd. So they all scored pretty well in this round. Meanwhile, we have Hüb in 6th place, overtaking Rinter, and Blackhead is also really close. So that fight is still going on. We also still have the fight between Aru and Red. Fed is not really coming closer, however Rees is coming a little bit closer to Fed, I think. Yeah, this is the last environment, last map. Not many rounds to go. 4 more rounds. So we've seen already early mistakes again. One of them is Ecstatic. He's extremely far behind. Otherwise, there is 1 player missing. I'm not sure who it is. Usually there should be 14 people. Neko is battling for the win against Hawk again. But important is, where does Xander finish for the title? But he is in a good position again, in the 3rd place. Doesn't have a car next. Okay, Roa actually came, but Xander has the more inside finish, so it was still 100 ahead. And Hawk wins the battle for 1st. Hawk is extremely dominant in Bay. I did not expect that. He's by far the best player here. Many 1st places. He has basically 2 environments where he had that many 1st places. And this is the reason why he will secure 2nd place overall. If there was just a 3rd environment like that, he would definitely win. but Center still beats him by sheer consistency over all the environments. I just say Center in consistency, and what does he do? He crashes against the lamp. Maybe he didn't see anything because of the cars on. Because that's really an issue at that start there. Okay, so Sander could actually drop quite some points here. What is Hawk doing? Hawk's again leading, as usual. But we don't have much time left. There are 3 more rounds, and it's 43 points. And Hyp is actually challenging Hawk here. Meanwhile, we have Exotic and Roa, both behind in 3rd and 4th, and actually equal. Roa has caught up the points. Oh, big mistake there. So we have... Oh no, and they both do it. They both do it. Oh my god, did they get passed by everyone? And where did Center actually finish? Center is 9th, ahead of Roa and Exotic. Roa still beats Exotic by 1 point, but for both of them, it would have been such an important round if they just didn't crush that, because they would have gained so much to the other player. But now it's still a close fight, and also a close fight between Rinde, Hyp and Blackett. They are within 5 points, and we have only 2 more rounds to go. Hey, actually, no, okay, I looked wrong. Yeah, Ahu is still 100 points behind, and Red, however, only 6 points away from that, so really, really close. So first of all, we check out this Exotic big crash. Okay, this looks now really good for Roa to take it home. Basically, if he just finishes here with a good position and Exotic is completely out of it, then Exotic will have no chance. Because Roa could save it. Hawk also with a mistake. So he's not winning this round, he's next to Sander, so this should be the GG for Sander. If nothing strange happens, then he has enough point lead and we can say GG. And that is the case. Hawk still gets 3rd place here, equal with Hyp actually. And Hyp has the best time, guys. When Hyp did his 4th steady main, that's because he gets now the 22 points. But yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. This is the GG for Sander. We only have 1 more round to go. He will win the USC because there's maximum 25 points to gain for Hawk. Hawk is also safe in 2nd place. This fight here is now rather decided because Roa can just make sure to not crash and Exotic has no chance to catch it up. But Exotic himself needs to win this round to make a possible comeback. But if Roa just remains somewhere in the top places, it should be impossible, and Roa will get that podium. Otherwise, we have of course this fight, Hyp versus Blackett. We have Hyp currently 1 point behind Blackett. Hyp is doing a good round, Blackett is a little bit behind him. The question is how many people will be in between there at the end. Where's Roa? Roa is up there, he will be absolutely fine. Exotic is also not at first anymore, there's Hawk instead. So let's check out Hyp again. Hyp is doing very good. And that is Hyp getting it. Rinde actually also did really well, but he will remain behind. Will Rinde, however, get Blackett? 7 points he gains. That's not enough. This is it, GG. This is it. Sander takes it, Hawk 2nd, then we have Roa in the podium, Exotic in 4th, Neko actually then only 35 points behind in 5th. Hyp still gets the 6th place ahead of Blackett. Rinde dropped to 8th, he was long time further up. Red actually overtook Ahu. Then we have Fed still ahead of Rees, Gringo, and I played of course only 2 environments, so 1 and almost 2. That's it. United Solo Championship of this year. GG. Alright, and now I will show you